When is a 12-year jail sentence not long enough? When you are a cop, and you're called to check on a house, you show up, you don't park in front of the house, you don't knock on the door, you don't ring the bell, you don't identify yourself, you walk around the house, you see somebody move in the house, and you shoot. Killing a woman in front of her nephew. That's when 12 years is not long enough. Atatiana Jefferson was minding her own business with her nephew playing video games. A neighbor called up and said, "Hey, my neighbor's door is open. Could you come check on her?" Atatiana Jefferson may be alive right now. Her neighbor would have just walked their ass over to her house and knocked on the door instead of calling the friendly police. How could you not know that cops have a little different way of, checking on black people than they do other people? How could you not know this? Hate to be racy, but it's true. Cops get scared. Like Aaron Dean, the officer who shot Atatiana Jefferson in her own home. So we got one officer in the back. We got another officer that goes through the front door. Doesn't announce herself either. Just creeps to the house. That's when the officer, female officer that went through the front door, hears a shot. She did not hear her officer, her partner, say, "Hey, a gun! Someone has a gun here." But that officer said, "Hey, I saw a gun." Funny. It's routine for an officer when they see a gun to shout, "Gun!" They did not identify themselves. They did not identify that they saw a gun. And then once they shot Atatiana Jefferson, that officer did not render first aid. So, when is 12 years not long enough? When you kill somebody in cold blood and you get convicted of manslaughter instead of murder. Because this was a murder, folks. Absolutely, positively was a murder. What makes this even worse is that Atatiana Jefferson's dad died of a heart attack 2 weeks later. Then, another month later, the mom dies. So this entire family has been devastated beyond repair because one officer decided, "I'm going to shoot first. I'm not going to ask any questions. I don't got to ask questions. I'm a cop. My Glock asks all the questions that need to be answered." And as angry as the rest of us are about this, because a lot of people are angry about it, I know I'm angry about it, you still have to keep in the back of your mind that you're lucky. You're lucky that this officer was given any amount of time whatsoever, because only like 1% of all cases where cops kill civilians are cops ever charged. 1%. But still, if you listen to the media narrative, they'll tell you that cops are under siege. 1% of cop shootings result in cops getting any time, even charged. So Atatiana Jefferson, rest in peace. This case took place in 2019. It's been continued and postponed and continued and postponed, and it just settled yesterday. And I don't care what the people say in the comment section. I don't care what people think. To me, 12 years ain't long enough.